Hello and welcome to this video introducing the BSS065-3 Business in Practice unit. We're just going to look at three specific areas. So what is the unit about? Where can you find key information about the unit? And lastly, just a look at the assessments and how they're going to function within the framework of the unit. So in terms of the unit content itself, this is not a functional area unit. So we're not looking at marketing or HR or operations, but we're just looking at the practical functioning of business as a whole. So the lens that we're going to look at this through is the consultancy process. So looking at how business consultants engage with clients, how they evaluate and assess business problems, and how they go about providing recommendations. So you will be playing the role of business consultants in your groups, in class, and in the assessments as well. You're going to be looking at assessment tools. So we have used tools such as Pestel and Porter's Five Forces previously on other units as well, but we're going to be looking at them specifically in this unit for how consultants would use analysis tools and evaluation tools to effectively support recommendations. So clients don't just want to be given a Pestel table and told, well, this is your analysis, but it needs to be shaped and formed into effective and useful recommendations for clients. The two other elements that are going to be major themes are a focus on group work and collaboration. So you'll be working in groups throughout the unit. Two big projects you'll be running for assessment 1 and assessment 2. So we'll be developing our planning, communication, problem solving and collaboration skills. And lastly, the flipped classroom. So there are no formal lectures and seminars, but instead they are student-led workshops. So there will be some lecture slides that will go through each week, and there will be a structure of major themes and topics that we will run through, but that isn't the focus of the classes. The focus of the classes should be the students, you guys coming to the class, having worked on your projects, saying we're having this issue and this problem, and running a workshop to kind of support the group in meeting that challenge or that problem, all coming to class and briefing the rest of the class on progress and issues and so on. So it's student-led rather than students just turning up to be lectured at. It's not formal lectures and seminars, but workshops instead. In terms of where can you find key information, well, the answer is just Brio. The Brio shell has got pretty much everything you need to know, but in particular, if you go into the welcome and unit overview folder, it's the handbook that you really need. So the handbook for the unit is not a document that's full of technical jargon or kind of formal documentation. It's written in plain English, and it just directly answers the most common questions that students have. So how to contact the teaching team, the online sessions versus the in-class sessions. There's an overview of the unit structure, as well as in the second part of the handbook you'll find information about the unit assessments, questions about looking at drafts or what happens if you fail an assessment. And then lastly, and I think this is really important for everyone to read through, a chapter about plagiarism, ChatGPT and AI tools. So what are the unit policies on ChatGPT? What are the unit policies on AI tools, Google Translate, and so on. And lastly, the assessments. Now, is worth highlighting that in this unit, the assessments are directly intertwined into the actual structure of the classes. So you can go onto the Brio shell and you will find folders for assignment 1 and assignment 2, and you can go through those folders and find the assessment brief. There's a process log template, client briefing document, there'll be videos as well, but these are not solo assessments you can simply do by yourself in a couple of days or a couple of weeks before the deadline. the entirety of the class is built around supporting the project to complete these assessments. So please do turn up to class from week one. It's really important. We'll be working on the assessments right from the start, and the in-class workshops really are a key part of this. Thank you and take care.